Kaiju number 8 is a thrilling story about Kafka, a regular man infected with kaiju cells who transforms into a strong kaiju. His journey is filled with personal struggle and courage as he navigates his dual identities to save humanity from the kaiju's relentless onslaught. Each kaiju, identified by a unique number, possesses unique abilities and challenges, highlighting humanity's innovative ways to combat these terrifying creatures. Kaiju number 1. Kaiju number 1 is one of the earliest and most mysterious kaiju, heralding the start of humanity's long battle against these monster creatures. This kaiju is known for its powerful psychic powers, including telekinesis and mind control, which allow it to manipulate both items and minds with terrifying precision. These psychic abilities give it virtually unrivaled control over its surroundings, making it a formidable opponent in any encounter. In addition to its mental abilities, Kaiju number 1 can gather and manipulate energy. This ability allows it to fire tremendous energy blasts and create nearly impenetrable shields, providing another layer to its already formidable defenses. However, despite its enormous power, Kaiju number 1 is not without flaws. Its physical structure is relatively flimsy, rendering it vulnerable to powerful physical blows. This vulnerability is crucial because it allows mankind to offset its otherwise overwhelming talents. Furthermore, excessive use of its psychic skills can cause mental fatigue, reducing its overall control and power. Kaiju number 1's emergence prompted humanity to develop anti-kaiju technologies and methods, which influenced the early days of kaiju defense. Kaiju number 2. Kaiju number 2 differentiates out from its monstrous counterparts due to its incredible regenerating ability and tremendous physical strength. This kaiju's ability to recover quickly from almost any harm makes it nearly indestructible in battle. Its regenerative abilities allow it to recover from even the most deadly strikes, making it a strong opponent capable of enduring lengthy encounters without succumbing to damage. In addition to its regeneration abilities, Kaiju number 2 has tremendous physical strength. This power is so enormous that it can easily demolish buildings, topple structures, and defeat practically any opponent that stands in its path. Its sheer brute force makes it a frightening presence on the battlefield, capable of wreaking extensive havoc with little effort. However, these skills come with a cost. The regenerating process consumes enormous quantities of energy, forcing Kaiju number 2 to feed often on other species or energy sources. Furthermore, its immense strength is balanced by its rather slow speed, making it an easy target for ranged strikes. The appearance of Kaiju number 2 amid a period of increased kaiju activity resulted in massive destruction, and its particular skills became a focus of scientific research, contributing to advances in medical treatments and anti-kaiju methods. Kaiju number 4. Kaiju number 4 is well known for its unusual and lethal capacity to emit highly corrosive acid, a chemical that can easily melt through most things. This acid can disintegrate metals, concrete, and organic substances, making Kaiju number 4 a particularly dangerous opponent. The kaiju employs this power both offensively and defensively, producing pools of acid to dissuade pursuers and throwing caustic projectiles to incapacitate adversaries. In addition to its corrosive abilities, Kaiju number 4 has exceptional concealment abilities. It can blend in with its environment, becoming almost unnoticeable to the naked sight. This camouflage, paired with acid secretion, makes it an expert at stealth and ambush tactics. Kaiju number 4 specializes in sneaking up on its targets and launching surprise assaults with little time for defense or escape. Its ability to remain hidden until the ideal time allows it to maximize the impact of its corrosive attacks. However, Kaiju number 4 has both strengths and drawbacks. If not carefully controlled, the corrosive excretion can destroy its own body, and its reliance on stealth limits its effectiveness in frontal combat scenarios. Kaiju number 4 was detected in urban areas, employing its disguise to perform surprise attacks on people and defense force personnel. Its unusual abilities prompted fresh research into detection and neutralizing approaches, further enhancing humanity's ability to combat kaiju threats. Kaiju number 6. Kaiju number 6 is a master of electromagnetic control, using its unique skills to precisely manipulate electromagnetic fields. This capacity enables it to disrupt electronic devices, rendering communication systems guns, and other technologies inoperable in its presence. Kaiju number 6 has a considerable tactical advantage because it can disrupt electrical currents and transmissions, causing chaos and confusion. In combat, Kaiju number 6 employs magnetic forces to manipulate metal objects, flinging them at opponents or constructing barricades and weapons from nearby materials. This capacity to manipulate metal extends to creating makeshift armor or shields to improve its defenses. Kaiju number 6 can also create and fire massive lightning bolts, which strike with deadly accuracy. These lightning attacks have the potential to incinerate targets, start extensive electrical fires, and destroy electronic devices across a huge region. However, Kaiju number 6 has some flaws. Its magnetic talents can be used against it, causing metal things to imprison or injure it. Furthermore, exposure to water reduces its electromagnetic control and lightning creation. Kaiju number 6 appeared during a period of unprecedented technological growth, using its abilities to destroy communications and infrastructure. Its arrival resulted in considerable breakthroughs in kaiju defense technology, particularly in electromagnetic shielding and countermeasures. Kaiju number 8, Kafka Hibino. In Kaiju number 8, Kafka Hibino goes on a transforming adventure after becoming infected with kaiju cells, obtaining the ability to metamorphose into Kaiju number 8, a fearsome creature with incredible powers. In his kaiju form, Kafka symbolizes great physical strength, easily defeating most opponents who cross his path. His muscular prowess enables him to break down barriers and engage in hand-to-hand combat with surprising dexterity, frequently changing the tide of battle in favor of the defense force. Aside from his strong strength, Kafka has regenerative healing skills that allow him to quickly recover from wounds incurred in combat. This rapid healing mechanism not only assures his existence, but also helps him to fight other kaiju for lengthy periods without tiring or becoming injured. Furthermore, Kafka can detect other kaiju, offering crucial intelligence to the defense force. However, Kafka's transition presents complications. He sometimes battles to manage his kaiju powers, endangering himself and others. His human emotions also limit his capacity to battle effectively. Kafka's dual status as a member of the defense force and a kaiju makes him both a useful asset and a dangerous threat as he battles to protect mankind while dealing with his new identity. Kaiju number 9. Kaiju number 9 is a highly clever and strategic kaiju that distinguishes itself from its brethren with its exceptional ability to plan and execute intricate schemes. Unlike many other kaiju, which rely only on physical strength or elemental powers, Kaiju number 9 employs intelligence to outwit its foes. It can make and control miniature kaiju minions that serve as extensions of its will, allowing it to maintain a presence on numerous fronts at once. These minions collect information, distract foes, and unleash coordinated attacks, making them powerful opponents. Kaiju number 9 has formidable offensive and defensive powers, including energy blasts capable of penetrating most defenses and an armored hide that offers superior protection against conventional weaponry. Its regenerative qualities enable it to recover from damage over time, posing a constant threat. However, its reliance on minions renders it vulnerable if they are neutralized, and its intricate preparations can be exploited by unanticipated variables or direct counterattacks. The ongoing battle against Kaiju number 9 has pushed humanity to create more flexible and dynamic combat techniques, emphasizing the significance of intelligence and agility in combating kaiju threats. Despite its capabilities, Kaiju number 9's limitations make it a difficult adversary to defeat, and its prolonged battle with humans has resulted in considerable advances in defense technology and tactics. Kaiju number 10. Kaiju number 10 is a cruel and intelligent kaiju who poses a serious threat to the Kaiju number 8 universe. It combines raw strength, speed, and elemental manipulation powers, making it one of the most formidable opponents the Defense Force has encountered. Kaiju number 10 can control fire, ice, and lightning, allowing it to adapt to a variety of fighting scenarios and settings. Its elemental powers include building ice barriers, throwing scorching projectiles, and unleashing catastrophic electrical storms. Kaiju number 10's physical strength and speed are similarly astounding, with massive limbs capable of smashing buildings and outclassing most opponents. Its rapid regeneration powers also make it extremely durable in lengthy combat. However, its elemental powers and rapid regeneration require a significant amount of energy, making it vulnerable during recovery times. While intellect is a significant benefit, it may also be a disadvantage. Kaiju number 10's complicated methods can be thwarted by unexpected attacks or simple tactics. Understanding and exploiting its flaws has become critical to the Defense Force's survival. The emergence of Kaiju number 10 has pushed humanity to evolve and adapt, propelling the story ahead as the Defense Force fights to keep humanity safe from this relentless adversary. Kaiju number 11. Kaiju number 11 is a strong opponent in the Kaiju number 8 universe, with exceptional defensive qualities and deadly strikes. Its nearly impervious armor absorbs and dissipates energy from most attacks, posing a serious threat to both metropolitan areas and the Defense Force. The exoskeleton's regenerative abilities let it repair damage over time, giving it a nearly indestructible opponent. Kaiju number 11 can create tremendous seismic waves by striking the Earth with its massive arms, resulting in extensive destruction and unpredictable strikes that are impossible to plan and fight. Its capacity to alter the planet complicates the Kaiju threat, challenging current defense techniques and technologies. While Kaiju number 11 has strengths, it also has weaknesses. Attacks attempting to breach or bypass its exoskeleton can take advantage of its weaknesses, like as high-frequency vibrations or specialized drilling equipment. Prolonged use of its seismic talents may cause tiredness, requiring it to retreat and recover. The appearance of Kaiju number 11 prompted the development of new weapons and methods to resist its particular skills, such as seismic dampening technologies and superior armor-piercing weaponry. The ongoing war with Kaiju number 11 emphasizes the importance of continuous innovation and adaptability in the face of new Kaiju threats. Kaiju number 12. Kaiju number 12 is a scary and formidable creature from the Kaiju number 8 universe, notable for its capacity to manipulate biological processes and parasites. It can release spores or parasites, which infect and control other organisms' bodies and minds. These zombie Kaiju become extensions of Kaiju number 12's will, serving as both spies and fighters. This power enables it to expand its influence secretly, causing chaos and confusion among civilians and Defense Force members. Kaiju number 12 is also physically strong and agile, with a robust exoskeleton and keen claws that can cut through most fortifications. Its claws can emit a strong toxin, which can cause paralysis or death. This mix of physical strength and biochemical manipulation makes it a dangerous adversary. However, Kaiju number 12 is vulnerable. Its usefulness is limited if it is unable to infect suitable hosts, and its spores and parasites can be neutralized using specialist medical treatments. Understanding these flaws is critical for the Defense Force's continued war against this cunning foe. Kaiju number 13. Kaiju number 13 is a powerful and enigmatic creature from the Kaiju number 8 universe, noted for its ability to control gravity. It can generate localized gravity fields, allowing it to crush opponents or lift and hurl large objects. This ability makes it a dynamic and unpredictable enemy, capable of exploiting gravity in both offensive and defense. Kaiju number 13's physical shape is terrifying, with a towering stature and sturdy build that makes it a formidable presence on the battlefield. Despite its size, it has incredible agility and speed, allowing it to move quickly and attack accurately. However, Kaiju number 13's reliance on gravity manipulation exposes problems. Prolonged or excessive use of its abilities might result in energy depletion, rendering it more vulnerable to attacks during recuperation times. Furthermore, certain countermeasures, like as electromagnetic pulses or certain frequency waves, can interfere with its ability to control gravity. The emergence of Kaiju number 13 compelled the Defense Force to act rapidly, devising new technologies and techniques to resist its unique talents. The clashes against Kaiju number 13 demonstrated the need for tactical flexibility and the need to remain ahead of Kaiju's ever-changing capabilities. Kaiju number 14. Kaiju number 14 is a formidable and awe-inspiring Kaiju that manipulates time, making it an unusual and difficult opponent for the Defense Force. It can slow or accelerate time inside a specific area, allowing it to avoid attacks, counter opponents with blinding speed, or trap rivals in a slow-motion field. Kaiju number 14's body is sleek and aerodynamic, allowing it to move quickly and gracefully. Its claws and spines are razor-sharp, making it a formidable opponent in close battle. Its strange glowing eyes are often the only indication of its presence before it launches its terrible attacks. While Kaiju number 14 is fearsome, the Defense Force has discovered vulnerabilities that it can exploit. Sustained employment of its time-manipulating skills might result in periods of weakness and vulnerability, allowing the Defense Force to attack. Certain technologies and weaponry have also been designed to interfere with its ability to manipulate time, hence breaking control. The appearance of Kaiju No. 14 compelled the Defense Force to innovate and adapt, creating new tactics and technology to fight its unique talents. The conflicts against Kaiju No. 14 demonstrated the value of innovation and resilience, as well as the ethical and philosophical quandaries of combating an opponent who can change reality. Kaiju No. 15. Kaiju No. 15 is a strong and elusive kaiju that manipulates shadows and darkness, making it a fearsome opponent for the Defense Force. It can blend into shadows, becoming invisible and moving softly through them to unleash surprise assaults. It can also form substantial structures out of darkness that it can employ both defensively and offensively. Kaiju No. 15's physical form is agile and light, allowing it to disappear into the shadows and move fast. Its dark exoskeleton absorbs light, increasing its invisibility and giving some protection. Its pale, light-filled eyes are frequently the only visual indication of its presence. Despite its skills, Kaiju No. 15 has flaws that the Defense Force has learned to exploit. Bright light sources and specialized illumination equipment can disrupt its abilities, causing it to come out of concealment and leaving it exposed to attack. Sustained combat can drain its energy and reduce its efficacy. The Defense Force had to change their tactics and develop new technologies to resist Kaiju No. 15's special talents. They developed high-intensity floodlights, portable illuminating devices, and advanced sensing systems to track down and expose the kaiju in the shadows. The conflicts against Kaiju No. 15 demonstrated the value of ingenuity and resilience, as humanity was constantly forced to devise new ways to counter its shadow-based powers. Kaiju No. 8 is a thrilling series that explores the complex and unpredictable nature of kaiju threats. Each kaiju has unique abilities and challenges, driving the Defense Force to adapt and evolve. Kafka Hibino's transformation into Kaiju No. 8 adds personal struggle and heroism, while the detailed exploration of each kaiju's abilities and history adds depth to the narrative.